As the baby bulls continue the trend of getting absolutely dumped on, creamed, and gaped wide open, the disgusting, slimy Charlie Mung yet again reiterates how he hates Bitcoin. But I'm sure that's the same thing his ex-wives say about him, even though I suspect he's probably more attracted to corpses than living humans. But the biggest question now is, can Bitcoin defend this last key level? Or are the baby bulls about to get their cheeks split wide open once again? I'm your host, Sheldon Shosh. And if you like getting the absolute best knowledge on the internet and staining your trousers at the same time, then you've come to the right place. Absolutely time-sensitive alerts as well. If you guys are interested in any bonuses, getting great deals, staking your crypto, earning rewards, securing your crypto, getting altcoins, make sure to check out all the links below. And as well, I have one Instagram and one Twitter, and they are both linked below. Every other account is fake. Somebody left a comment yesterday saying, hey man, we get it. They're fake accounts. You don't have to say it every video. Well, newsflash, sometimes new people watch the videos, and I'm not going to cater to you, Mr. Little Diaper Baby 123 in the comments. I'm going to keep saying it, okay? Because if I keep saying it, it lowers the chance of people getting scammed. So eat my shorts. Without any further ado, let's jump on it. So we have a lot to discuss today, as Bitcoin is currently absolutely dumping to the downside. It's actually down, what is this, like 420%? Nice. Actually about 5% today, retesting that 50-day moving average, as the SPX is also sliding, getting rejected as we're getting this bearish cross. The 21 going below the 200, we talked about this yesterday, and in fact, it looks as though this is coming to fruition, and there's quite a few reasons we're going to be jumping into about this as well. Now, before we get into the charts here we have, I don't know why Granddaddy Time is always in the news here, but Charlie Munger calls Bitcoin totally asinine, he says here. This man looks absolutely disgusting. Rest in peace. He's already halfway there. Basically saying he hates Bitcoin, and yeah, because he has a financial interest in Bitcoin failing, obviously. Yeah, I mean, he says nothing of substance here. I don't know why. He does say here, I think that communist Chinese were wiser than we were. They banned cryptocurrency. Also, in other news, Mung in slang stands for something disgusting or offensive, especially filth or muck. And beautiful, absolutely beautiful. In other news, Bitcoin does extend its losses below 42,000 ahead of fresh Fed comments on inflation, and the short-term Bitcoin price action looks unappetizing thanks to a macro cocktail of downward triggers here. And it continues to fall with stocks on the Wall Street Open today as nervous markets awaited further U.S. economic policy cues and battled geopolitical tensions. So Bitcoin is taking a little bit of a dump after missing the inflation target on our preferred measure, and with policy still at rock bottom lows, and we've still got asset purchases going on. James Bulliard, the president of St. Louis Fed, made these comments. It's a moment where we need to shift to less accommodation. And in terms of geopolitics, reports of violence in the Ukraine-Russia standoff added to the sour mood. Again, I think a lot of people agree. I don't know why the U.S. media continues to push that war is imminent. It seems as though this is strictly coming from U.S. media. It seems like fake news, as like literally everything is. Okay, I don't really have a stance on most of that stuff, but it's very clear that the U.S. has apparently a financial interest in this. And why? Oh, because they love going to war, right? They love going to war because they can make more money. Like those grandpas like Charlie Mung probably would somehow benefit from it also, right? It's a very obvious game at this point. Start wars, and then the couple of rich boys at the top make a lot of money. I think most people would agree going to war isn't really what most people want to do, right? I don't think most of you watching are super excited to go into another war. I know I'm not. I think it's silly, especially when you understand that the only purpose of war is for the people that are rich to make even more money. It's insanely silly. People throw their lives and time away for the rich people to get more rich. But with all of that as well, material indicators showing in a major exchange, Binance, that there's little demand in the area, but below 40,000, there is some thin air paving a way for a dip to about 35 here, and you can see that on the Binance order book data chart. Does not mean that local support can't hold or that the fractal has been invalidated yet, but does increase downside risk for risk of longing from this range. And you see this Minecraft-looking glob of nothingness. But as well, we see official Ukraine passing law legalizing Bitcoin. What a beautiful picture. Absolutely gorgeous. In addition, El Salvador's president telling the U.S. senators to stand down. Last I checked, El Salvador was not part of the U.S., so I don't know why U.S. senators would have any right or ability to talk about what El Salvador can do. But El Salvador's president rebuked several U.S. senators on Wednesday for introducing legislation targeting the Latin American country's adoption of Bitcoin as legal currency, referring to the lawmakers as boomers. You have zero jurisdiction on a sovereign and independent nation. We are not your colony, your backyard, or your front yard. Stay out of our internal affairs. Do not try to control something you can't control. Yet again, the U.S. wanting to dip their little toes into things that they don't have a right to dip their little toes into. And in other news, before we get into the charts as well, crypto volatility, most owners will hold no matter what, says a Deutsche Bank study here, or Deutsche Bank study, which is absolutely the case as well. My portfolio is down a lot, but I'm continuing to hold anyway, because again, long term, what would I rather invest in? Literally nothing. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies are exactly what I will continue to invest in. This report called The Future of Cryptos found that less than half of the 3,000 people surveyed would sell some or all of their holdings, even if the prices fell as much as 80%, which is similar to the last prolonged bear market. Okay, and so that's very good. The stronger hands you have, and the more people realize that this is a better option than anything else. What, you're going to sell all of your Bitcoin into USD or something like that? Why? Bitcoin's a much better option. So of course, that's why more people are not selling than people are selling. Okay. And nearly 1/3 of males have invested in digital assets in the past year, compared to just 14% of women. Again, if we take a look at my YouTube analytics, in fact, we can just do that here real quick. 93% are male, and over 70%, or about 70%, fall into the range of 25 to 45 years old. That is the two biggest chunks. 25 to 45 years old makes up about 2/3 of the people that watch. And that's been the same for years. It's like the same for every crypto channel. Basically, everybody invested in crypto, it is 9 out of 10 times male. And we want to change that number. Okay, I'm not saying that's good. I think it would be great if more women got into crypto, obviously. But I don't have a choice of that, right? It's not like I can choose this. As well, this should give you a little bit of insight why I make mommy jokes, because my audience is basically completely male. So, yeah, males like mommy jokes. And finally, before we continue, only minority of people will become really successful and rich thanks to crypto, but it's not limited to crypto. This is how literally everything in life works. I think a lot of people get into crypto and they think, oh, there's scams. Only a few people get rich, this and that. That's the same for literally anything, especially like a new industry. There's scams everywhere. And only a few people succeed in anything, right? What if you're an accountant or if you work in construction? How many bosses are there? There's a lot less bosses and people at the top than there are people at the bottom. That's just how everything works. So there are going to be people that succeed and people that don't succeed, and the minority will be the people that succeed. It's not going to be it's not going to be a majority at the top. It'll be like everything else in life. Most people will not succeed, but there will be people that succeed. And the people that make the most money will be a lot smaller amount of people than people that just don't, right? Everybody has access to, for the most part, everybody has access to a lot of the same information in terms of like crypto projects, right? There are some inside stuff probably, but really it's up to you to do research and find things that really you should be investing in, right? You can watch as many videos as you want. You can watch as many of those videos titled like invest in these top 10 altcoins by tomorrow to 100x your money, even though that like barely ever works. You can do that all you want, but you need to do your own research. And at the end of the day, you can't just lazily watch one YouTube video, put all your money into an altcoin that some guy tells you to put it in, and then be rich. Of course that's not going to work. Of course that's not going to work. I don't know why people would think that would work. Obviously, that's not your one-way ticket to La La Land, right? It's guaranteed. But as well, with that, there's a bullish cross coming up for Bitcoin. But again, if the stock market tanks here, this is going to be big. And it'll be interesting as we go into tomorrow and how we finish out these next 2 days going into the weekend, because Bitcoin is at a very critical place. At this point, we have yet to set a lower low here. At this point, yeah, things can still get very bullish for Bitcoin, but it really depends on if the entire stock market can hold here. Remember, last time we had a really prolonged dip below the 50-week moving average was back at the crash in March of 2020, and we're still teetering right at that 50-week moving average, so we need to be careful here. Things could get very big. very quick. If you guys are new to the channel, maybe let your tip miss these absolute time sensitive alerts as well. If you guys are any bonuses, trading, getting altcoins, securing your crypto, staking with our ADA pool to earn rewards, make sure to check out the links below. We only have a 2% margin, which is very good on our ADA pool as well. And as well, I have one Twitter, one Instagram. They're both linked below. Every other account is fake. I'm not going to email you. I'm not going to message you asking how your trading is going. And I'm not going to reply to your comment below telling you to go to some WhatsApp number where they want to steal from you. Even though it looks like it's my profile, it's not me. Without any further ado,